#1 in the Ozarks. This is KY3 News at 5.
A popular aviation program in the Ozarks will soon be gone. Why College of the Ozarks is phasing it out. Also tonight.
The congratulations today goes to the 400,000 or more young people who made the right decision to stay sober.
Good news for the nation, a significant drop in teen drug use in 2003.
And a 3-year-old in the Ozarks dies of the flu. The family talks about how quickly the tragedy happened.
Good evening. Thanks for watching tonight. I'm Jerry Jacob.
And I'm Christina King in for Lisa Rose tonight. Family members will bury the toddler tomorrow who died earlier this week from the flu. 3-year-old Cheyenne Daniel Carragher died Wednesday.
KY3's Tim Tialdo spoke with family members today, and he joins us live from Wheatland, Missouri. Tim?
Well, Jerry, it is really a tough time for this family, especially with Christmas less than a week away. But I must tell you that the family does seem in good spirits tonight, considering the situation. Behind me is the Carragher household. And if you can see in the kitchen window there is a bright star lit up, and that was Cheyenne's last wish to her grandparents. She liked the way it looked when it lit up. So they're just happy that she spent her last days doing what she loved most.
I took her to the ball game Friday night, and Saturday morning I got out of bed and come up the stairs and looked on this table right here, and she was up there doing Wheatland cheers.
Bob Carragher recalls the last weekend spent with his granddaughter. Little Cheyenne was a well-known child in the Wheatland community because she was so entertaining.
I just loved her, you know, she was just...
Personality plus.
Yes, she was. She just had a personality that was unbelievable.
And that's not because she's gone, that's because it's true. If you weren't noticing her, she would make sure that you did.
But this little ball of energy suddenly didn't feel like herself.
And then she hollered at me. She says, Nemo, come here, hurry. And I went in there and she says, me sick, more medicine. So I gave her more medicine, and she was a little warm, but not, you know, at all. About 15 minutes later, my daughter went to go home, so she went in to kiss her goodbye, and she was on fire. From the time of her first fever to her death was just 38 hours. And this family just wants you to understand how fast this sickness can become fatal.
I hope through this child that all these people out there that have children and they get sick and have a little fever, that maybe it's more important to go to a doctor or to a specialist that's in that field that can check them out to make sure they don't have that type A infection. You know.
Now the funeral for Cheyenne Carragher will be this Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Hathaway Peterman Funeral Home in Wheatland. And one more note to pass along to you. The grandfather just came out and told me that the Wheatland High School basketball team is playing their game tonight against Morrisville in memory of Cheyenne. Jerry and Christina.
Thank you, Tim. Our hearts and condolences certainly go out to the Carragher family tonight.
One of the country's top health officials calls this year's flu season an epidemic. These are the latest numbers of confirmed flu cases in the Ozarks this year. Over 500 so far, compared to just 94 at this same time last year. It's still considered a typical flu season in the CDC's eyes, but field teams have been sent around the country to evaluate the effectiveness of this year's flu shot.
Not an epidemic, but I think when you look at a map that shows widespread influenza activity in 36 states, that we regard it from a common sense perspective as an epidemic. From a mathematical, statistical perspective, when one of the surveillance tools that CDC uses, the number of cases has not exceeded our epidemic threshold.
Something to watch for in children, or a big warning sign of a serious illness, is difficulty breathing. 42 children, mostly under the age of 5 across the nation, have died from the flu so far this year. Only about 16 of those children were ill prior to getting the flu.
Turning to our weather, we have had a roller coaster weather week, but our weekend's looking fairly stable.
Meteorologist Dina Friedman is here with a sneak peek at the weekend forecast. Hi, Dina.
Hi, it does look pretty good this weekend. We had lots of sunshine today, and exactly that is what's going to continue all the way through the weekend. Let's start off with our satellite picture. We've got a great evening for you folks. If you're going to go out there and finish up some shopping or go look at some Christmas lights tonight, it's going to be a good night for it, but you will need a coat. Clear skies out there, and look at the satellite picture, the whole western half of the map. Not a whole lot going on, and that means not a whole lot will go on this weekend here in the Ozarks. 35 degrees at 8 o'clock this evening, and by the time we wake up in the morning, we'll be down to a temperature around 26 degrees. Tomorrow in the 50s, Sunday even warmer. We'll have all the nice details coming up in a few more minutes.
Okay, thank you, Dina. The rising costs of insurance forces the College of the Ozarks to ground its aviation maintenance technician program. The college will phase it out over the next few years. College President Jerry Davis says they've tried to deal with cost increases by scaling back at the airport. The president says changes in the airport itself may be likely in the future.
The Assemblies of God has changed its mind and withdrawn its sponsorship of the effort to rename Boonville Avenue Ashcroft Avenue. The Assembly's General Superintendent had recently written a letter to city leaders encouraging them to consider the name change in recognition of U.S. Attorney General and Springfield native John Ashcroft. But after hearing opposition to the idea from Springfield residents, some of them, church leaders decided it was best left to the city on its own to honor Ashcroft how and when it chooses.
We don't want to become a lightning rod or a means of divisiveness in the community, and by our sponsorship of this action, so we withdrew our sponsorship of this.
Still, the Assemblies has not withdrawn its support of the NAACP's effort to rename Chestnut Expressway Martin Luther King Expressway. George Wood says there is a difference between the church supporting an effort such as that, which it does still, and leading one.
It may be the closest thing you'll see to Santa's workshop, really.
Hundreds of volunteers busy setting up Crossline's Christmas Toys store. The store is for low-income families who pre-registered to shop for their children for free. Getting this big store together takes a year of planning and hundreds of man and woman hours that include shopping and setup.
It's become our family Christmas. It's a great feeling. This morning we had at work, we adopted a family as a staff and provided their Christmas for them. And the gal got back from delivering, and she was just so lit up with joy from the gift of giving. And I said, now this is Christmas, isn't it? And she said, oh, you bet it is. So that.
If you want to help make a child's Christmas wish come true, Crossline still needs cash donations. They are about $10,000 short of their goal. Not only does Crosslines distribute toys, they also distribute baskets of food for Christmas.
Attacks on Iraqis and Americans in Iraq today. The violence was in and around Baghdad. A homemade bomb exploded, wounding 2 soldiers. Witnesses say the bomb was inside an oil tanker. The military has yet to confirm that.
The judge in the Kobe Bryant sexual assault case says looking for the origin of news leaks would be a waste of time. In a preliminary hearing today in Eagle, Colorado, the judge rejected a prosecution request for a probe into alleged media leaks. The defense will argue later that the medical history of the alleged victim should be used as evidence against her.
A plan is set to build the world's tallest building at the World Trade Center site. A revised design for the Freedom Tower at Ground Zero was unveiled in New York City this morning. The new design is a compromise and collaboration between 2 architects.
No one asked her if she wanted a hot apple pie with that order, but as Janice Meisner drove away from a McDonald's near Miami with her bagel and Diet Coke, she thought the order was a little heavy. Turns out it was the restaurant's bank deposit. Meisner says she didn't even have to think about giving it back.
We all make mistakes, and that manager or whoever that did it, I wouldn't want to get fired or somebody lose a job over, mistakes happen. So it would have been stealing their money.
But McDonald's is going to send her a thank you letter and apparently $50 in gift certificates to McDonald's.
There's a lesson for us all. Way to go, Mrs. Meisner.
Absolutely. The use of herbal supplements is on the rise. We'll tell you which ones are worth your money.
And the latest news tonight about teens using drugs. It's a drastic change from years past. Also tonight.
Keeping an eye on your Christmas tree this holiday season to help keep your home safe.
And grab a pen and paper. We'll tell you where to go to help tornado victims this holiday season. That's when News at 5 returns.
KY3 News at 5 with Lisa Rose, Jerry Jacob, and meteorologist Ron Hurst. Your #1 newscast celebrating 50 years in the Ozarks.
Target gift cards are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
I really do get excited doing TV commercials. Our buyers are doing a fabulous job. They're getting us some outstanding values, and you get on TV talking about that, and you know, it's really exciting. The big thing with furniture is price and quality. If you don't get both, you're not getting a good deal. The most important thing we have is our customers. We're going to do everything we can to keep them coming back. We're going to do whatever it takes at Hank's Fine Furniture.
Waiting for the right time to get a new vehicle? Remember, timing is everything. And this is the perfect time to get a new Ford during Ford's year-end clearance. Get up to $6,000 cash back or financing as low as 0% for 72 months on Ford cars, trucks, and sport utilities like F-150, Windstar, Explorer, Ranger, and more. You'll get 0 interest, 0 down, and 0 payments till spring. But it absolutely ends January 2nd. The time to save is now during year-end clearance at your Midwest Ford dealer.
This live closed captioning newscast is supported by attorney Aaron Sachs.
The number of teenagers using illicit drugs is on the decline. A new federal study out today shows overall drug use among 8th, 10th, and 12th grade students fell 11% over the last 2 years. That translates into about 400,000 fewer teen drug users. Marijuana use, which is the most used illegal drug among youth, saw the biggest drop.
Congratulations today goes to the 400,000 or more young people who made the right decision to stay sober, to stay healthy, to stay supportive of responsibility, and to the parents and adults who work with them every day.
The study estimates that close to 1.5 million teens need drug treatment, most, or about 60%, for marijuana usage.
Hormone replacement therapy for menopausal women has been making news, and it hasn't been good. This therapy has been linked to an increased risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and breast cancer. As a result, more and more women looking for relief from hot flashes are turning to herbal supplements. Contact KY3's Michelle Davidson now on how these supplements may be a waste of your money.
Melissa Zach is one of millions of women who suffers from hot flashes.
The first thing that happens is you start to feel warm, and the next thing that happens is you start to perspire. Then you start to sweat. It's quite embarrassing.
Many women like Melissa are turning to herbal supplements for relief. In fact, more than $126 million worth of these supplements were sold in the last year. That's according to Spins, a market research firm for the natural product industry. Consumer Reports' Marvin Lippman says many of these supplements contain substances called isoflavones.
Isoflavones are natural substances that have estrogen-like effects. They're found in soy, flaxseed, and red clover. And supplements made from these substances are essentially isoflavone pills.
The latest studies on isoflavone pills have turned up disappointing results.
A study of women taking Promensil and Rimastil, both leading brands of red clover extract, showed that by the 3rd month, neither had any effect on their hot flashes that was better than a placebo.
Black cohosh, a different type of herb, also claims to ease hot flashes. While clinical trials have been mixed, the best designed study to date shows it's no more effective than a placebo either.
In a recent study involving mice, preliminary evidence showed that black cohosh can actually increase the aggressiveness of breast cancer. Women who are at high risk for that disease should probably avoid taking black cohosh supplements.
Experts say women like Melissa may want to try eating 2 to 3 servings of soy a day to see if it eases their symptoms. Michelle Davidson, contact KY3.
Other studies on herbal menopause therapies such as chasteberry, Don Quai, and evening primrose oil have also been inconclusive. If you're experiencing uncomfortable menopausal symptoms, make sure that you have a talk with your doctor.
In just trying to make their homes look more festive, each year close to 300 of those homes are damaged or destroyed by fires.
They're ignited by lights, cords, and plugs used on or around the family Christmas tree. A mixture of dry wood, wrapping paper, and faulty or hot lights can mean instant disaster.
The National Fire Administration has tips to keep this from happening at usfa.fema.gov.
Good news tonight, the weather is going to be warmer for the weekend.
Dina Friedman joins us next with details about some 50-degree days and a peek at next week.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Tonight, worried about your last-minute holiday shopping? So are America's retailers now, heading into the weekend before Christmas. Make or break time for the retail economy. What tricks do the stores have up their sleeves to make you part with your money? We'll tell you about that and the latest from Iraq tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Yeah, DQ's got great frozen cakes for lots of different occasions, which got us to thinking, how about cakes for all occasions? Nah, we'll stick to happy occasions. These are perfect for the holidays. Delicious soft serve layered with rich fudge and chocolate crunch. Do a DQ holiday cake and DQ something different.
2 girls get 2 times.
So what does your guy do? He works on Wall Street. So does mine. He has an incredible body. Mine too.
For God's sake, you're both seeing the same guy. Next, Becker.
Weeknights at 6:30 on UPN 15.
Your chance is coming to win $5,000 in cash. Brought to you by Blue Cash from American Express. So get ready to watch Wheel and cash in.
KY3 is the place to be, Monday at 6:30.
Drunk driving is a crime. It can put your life and the lives of others in danger. If you or someone you know has had a little too much holiday cheer, look for the signs. Participating locations displaying this poster are offering One for the Road, a free ride program sponsored by KY3, UPN 15, Springfield Yellow Cab, and the Beer Company. You'll be picked up and safely delivered to your home, all free of charge. Be responsible this holiday season. It may mean the difference between looking at these lights or these. Storm Tracker 3 Live Doppler Radar is brought to you in part by Alltel Communications.
NASA's newly named Spitzer Space Telescope has captured some dazzling new images from space. That's one of them. In this first image, you can see the dusty star-studded arms of M81 illuminated in unprecedented detail. M81, by the way, is a nearby spiral galaxy that is similar to our own, which is, of course, the Baby Ruth.
Wow, look
No,
at
wait.
those pictures.
Three Musketeers. No, Milky
Way.
That's right.
We have some nice weather headed our way.
We do. We've got a very festive holiday forecast.
Happy Hanukkah to us all.
And happy Hanukkah to those folks out
Sundown
there
has
tonight.
arrived.
That's right.
Light those candles. Well, let's get that forecast started tonight with our satellite picture. Not a whole lot of activity today. Lots of sunshine out there. Didn't warm up as much as we thought. We had some colder air in the higher levels of the atmosphere, and that kind of translated down today. But generally, we had lots of sunshine, less wind. It was a much nicer day than it was yesterday, that's for sure. And plenty of sunshine and clear skies will continue throughout the night tonight. 39 in Springfield, 42 now in Joplin, 41 in Harrison, 43 in Mountain Home. Our northern counties today a little cooler, 37 at Lake of the Ozarks, 33. Still holding on to that chill over in Rolla. We do have a clear sky here in Springfield. The winds are out at the northwest at 8 miles per hour. They'll switch to the southwest tomorrow, and that means warmer temperatures. Hey, our weather photo today comes from Ted Hood Jr. of Holiday Island, Arkansas. Look at these two guys. Just bickering over who's going to eat the food there. Huh, what do you know? Thanks a lot, Ted. Our high today was 42 and our low was 30. Our sunset tonight, 4:59 a.m. So if you are celebrating the holiday of Hanukkah, get on it and light those candles. The sun has gone down. Our radar imagery, lots of activity to our east today. Lake effect snows for portions of northern Michigan and lots of snow here on the backside of an area of low pressure. Look at the whole western half of the map here. Very, very quiet weather conditions, and that's going to be the story throughout the weekend here. Our Saturday map has high pressure grazing across our south and east tomorrow. Remember, areas of high pressure move clockwise, so the backside of the high is warm, and this is Jerry's favorite word, warm air advection, her favorite term, and that's what's going to kick up tomorrow. Lots of warm temperatures and lots of sunshine, so we're in for just a great weekend all around the Ozarks. Tonight, though, we'll get it started 25 degrees for a low temperature, 27 in Arkansas, southwest winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow, sunshine. 50 degrees, 53 if you live in Arkansas, southwest winds at 12 to 17, so we'll have a little bit of a breeze. Is this as good as it gets? Certainly not, because it gets better. Check out Sunday, 6-0. Look at that. 60 degrees on Sunday. A cold front, though, comes through on Monday, knocks us down just a little bit, but Christmas Eve, Christmas Day next week, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Looks like travel conditions, even with this front going through pretty minor stuff. So I think all around the Ozarks, we're going to be just fine next week.
Right. So if you want to get in the Christmas spirit or Hanukkah spirit, just like, you know, pretend it's cold out.
You can pretend it's cold. You can always just go outside at night. It's cold at night.
All right.
Or just enjoy the warm day with a temperature inversion.
Thank you, Dean.
Infection, whatever. Health news tonight. This is a good one. A doctor versus nurse hand washing study.
And a new alternative to permanent birth control for women. What is it? We'll tell you about it in your Family Health Watch next.
Just in time for holiday gift giving. Season of savings, where you get to watch someone open their favorite present over and over again. Save today at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
The trail-rated Jeep Liberty with available Select-Track 4-wheel drive. It's at home in any environment. Discover the outdoors during the Jeep Year-End Sales Drive. Now, during the Jeep Year-End Sales Drive, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can lease a Liberty for just $249 a month and get our 770 powertrain limited warranty. Hurry to your Jeep dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Remember the soothing feeling of mentholated vapors when you were a kid? Well, now you can take them with you all day long with new Vapor Shot, the personal vaporizer from Breathe Right.
Wow.
And for nighttime congestion,
Mentholated.
try Breathe Right Vapor Strips. Breathe better, feel better with Breathe Right.
Barry Hinson's SMS Bears were a surprising third-place finisher in the Missouri Valley Conference last season. And with 4 starters back for this campaign, the expectations are great. And add to the mix some exciting newcomers, including 5 outstanding Missouri freshmen. The Bears' schedule is demanding, but with veteran leadership and talented youngsters, the SMS Bears are looking to challenge the elite.
This SMS Bears profile is brought to you by Classic Wood Floors and Maddox New Freighter.
Well, frequent hand washing is just one way to help prevent catching the flu. In fact, the practice is critical for healthcare workers. Now, a new study shows doctors are not measuring up to their nurses. Researchers monitored soap dispensers equally filled at sinks in the consulting room of a primary care surgical center in Wales. Over a year, the study showed nurses washed their hands almost double the amount of doctors. A new birth control option is catching on with women who want a permanent way to avoid pregnancy. The procedure requires no incision and it eliminates the worry of unwanted pregnancy. Deborah Ferguson reports.
29-year-old Cynthia Guetta has 3 children and a full-time job.
Because that is part of your benefit also.
Her family is complete.
I'm done. I have my 3 kids and I got my baby girl, so I don't want any more children, so it's time.
Cynthia admits she often forgets to take birth control pills. She decided against tubal ligation because it requires surgery with anesthetic and a 4 to 6 day recovery period. But the new Assure procedure is appealing.
Dr. Bertrand said he didn't even like to call it surgery because there was no incision, and I would be out, the same day.
Dr. John Bertrand says more and more women like Cynthia are choosing this new permanent birth control option.
It's really a neat method of sterilization is what it is, and you go in through the vagina into the uterus and actually put plugs into the fallopian tubes.
Cynthia is under local anesthetic during the 30-minute procedure at Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas. Dr. Bertrand uses a thin telescope-type instrument to insert tiny coils into the fallopian tubes. In the coming weeks, scar tissue will develop and permanently block the tubes.
I think it's awesome. To be able to sterilize a patient who wants to be without any incisions and back to normal in a few hours is a breakthrough.
Put them in order. Oreo.
This birth control breakthrough allowed Cynthia to be back with her family later the same day.
I never had any real surgery in my life, so that was a good experience not to have any, pain. It was nothing compared to childbirth.
Thanks to the quick, pain-free medical procedure, Cynthia won't have to live through that experience again. Deborah Ferguson.
Now, Cynthia will return to the doctor's office in a few weeks to confirm the tubes are closed and that she is sterile. The manufacturer says there's a 99.8% effective rate. The procedure, though, is not reversible. Right now, there's only one doctor in the Ozarks who offers the procedure. He's OBGYN Brian Tracy. Soon, St. Louis and Kansas City are actually offering this procedure, I found out, but it's soon to come to Columbia And again, it is called Assure.
Help out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time since the May tornadoes, but in fact, it's the first holiday season since that, and some of the victims of the May tornado are needing some help this holiday.
We'll tell you how you can help them when we come back.
You know, the Ram has 20-inch available wheels.
Nice.
345 horses of genuine Hemi power. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm getting one too. Want to talk to my sales guy?
Act now during the Dodge year-end sales drive. Get 0% financing plus a $750 Conquest loyalty bonus or a $3,250 total cash allowance on 2004 Ram 1500 trucks. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
They changed the McNuggets, you know. Why change McNuggets? Who changed the McNuggets? I love McNuggets. McNuggets don't need to be changed. If you're gonna change something, change broccoli. Change is good.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are now made with white meat. Come on in, you'll love the change.
I'm loving it.
I'm Pastor John Hagee with a special message for all of our friends and partners in this viewing area. I invite you to join us each week as we share the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ. Come to this telecast with an open heart and an open Bible as we take America back.
We invite everyone in the Springfield area to join the entire Cornerstone family each Sunday morning at 7 a.m. right here on KY3, Channel 3.
This time of year, it's so fun to give. It's fun to do it all year
Very
round.
true.
But with just 1 week left until Christmas, you may be still looking for a charity to donate to or an organization to volunteer for.
If that is you, residents in Stockton, Pierce City, Battlefield, Aurora, Marionville, and more, have an idea for you. KY3's Kara Rastelli reports.
The pictures are burned in our memories. Stockton, Pierce City, and Battlefield in the wake of Mother Nature's wrath and the progress they've made since the tornadoes hit more than 8 months ago. But there are lesser seen images, ones in Aurora and Marionville, with residents there who feel ignored.
My heart goes out to Stockton, to Battlefield, but we're not getting the attention. What about Aurora? They got hurt. They need help too.
Ralph Atwood ran out of insurance money months ago. With his former home completely destroyed,
We lost everything.
he's now forced to build a new one on his own.
Right now, it'd mean the world to me. It would mean that that's just a day sooner that the wife and I can get back to the living that we had before.
Ralph needs help, a story that can be heard from hundreds of other residents in Berry and Lawrence counties.
I just kind of want some more attention brought to this area because there's just a tremendous amount of need still here.
The Berry Lawrence County Long-Term Recovery Committee is looking for volunteers, people to help pick up debris, replace siding, repair roofs and fence rows, and just help give these residents a break so they can enjoy the holidays.
We can't, with money, say we can't say give you $1 and say pick up the debris. We need hands to do that and hearts who are willing to give their time.
This is the time of the year you want to give. So let's give of our hearts.
Despite all he's lost, Ralph is thankful this holiday season just to be alive. And he's confident other Ozarkers will come through with the help he needs, so next year he can be even more thankful.
That's all we're asking, is just, I want to go back. I want to go back to the life that I had before May the 4th.
If you'd like to help in Berry or Lawrence counties, contact the Long-Term Recovery Committee. The phone number there, 235-8137.
That was a nice story. A lot of people do need help, but
Indeed.
they're humble about asking for it.
Exactly.
They're a little embarrassed, so don't be. Stay tuned for Nightly News now. KY3 News at 6 after that. See you then.
Good night.
It's back. Arby's Italian beef and provolone. Oven-roasted beef marinated in Italian seasonings. Real Italian, real good.
What are you eating today?
Next time on Providence. I wouldn't expect your father to be the same man he was before the injury. An accident leaves Dad a changed man. The only real damage appears to be to his memory. It's not my dog. Where's your mommy?
I'm her mommy.
He's a stranger to his family.
I don't know who the hell he is anymore. He needs you.
And a danger to himself.
You lost him.
Next Providence.
Sunday at 5 on UPN 15.
Excellence in Athletics, brought to you by Meeks, the Builder's Choice. Congratulations, Lockwood, for their second place finish in the Class 1 State Girls Volleyball Championship. Meeks recognizes the value of teamwork and congratulates Lockwood High School on a job well done.
Children shouldn't be homeless. The Kitchen has received a $50,000 pledge, but only if the people of the Ozarks can raise a matching amount. Now more than ever, your donation counts twice. Help the Kitchen. Help the children.
Hello there, I'm Gary Parsons, and I just would like to invite you to join me right here on KY3 Sunday morning, 6 a.m. for It Is Time.